Hi guys, my name is Jorge.
I'm Johnnah.
And I'm Gizelle.
And I'm Ricardo. What's up?
Alright, and today guys, we're at Tule Springs. We are going to be basically, I guess, touring Tule Springs, and we're going to see, maybe, hopefully, if we find a fossil, and also learning about Tule Springs as we share our learning experience with you. Alright guys, so for those of you who do not know what Tule Springs is, as we stumble upon these rocks of Tule Springs is a monument, that
National monument.
Of Las Vegas. So it's an actual, like park, that you can visit and stuff, park. What is that? Is that a dog? It's by itself.
Where?
It's a white dog.
There is a cave.
Where?
Oh my god, there.
It's going to cave.
Let's go.
Oh, sorry guys.
Maybe we should go around though.
We can just go this way, listen.
Okay, so
but wait.
Listen.
Well,
because I want to take pictures of it later.
So look, so Tule Springs is a 22,260 acre monument, so it's pretty big. It has a fossil bed. It has a Floyd Lamb Park inside of it. Inside of the Floyd Lamb Park, you can go
There's
fishing,
a lot of things you can do.
Horseback
riding. You can feed the ducks.
Yeah.
You can walk around.
And it's inside of Tule Springs, but it's another separate park. But it's not like Tule Springs. You won't find any fossils there.
So we're currently in front of a little cave. We're gonna see if we can actually. We're gonna see if we can go into it. This is what it looks like from behind us. Ready? So we're going in through this somewhat of a shortcut. This is pretty cool.
Yes,
Go fast.
Wow, so we're currently in the middle of, what is this?
Turn around this way.
Look, ain't this pretty cool?
Yeah, I hope you're taking pictures, scoot back as far as you can. So guys, we're not too sure of what we would call this area right here, but after going into the caves to the other side, we're not exactly on the other side, because this is just
we're in the middle.
Area, yeah. It's just a certain area.
But wasn't it cool?
Yeah, this is actually.
It was pretty cool.
See, look, so
you can see Ricardo, and hopefully he has a better view of.
Well, I want to go on top.
Can everybody say hi to that camera?
Yeah, say hi. Say hi.
Say hi to him, to that camera. So this actually now kind of looks like the presentation. It looks kind of like the desert, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty dry.
Oh yeah.
There's a little green in between.
And if anyone wants to come out here, it is open from 9 a.m.
till the sun goes down, basically. Yeah. It is an open area.
But not nighttime. Around. I'm pretty sure it closes around 6.
There is parking, and so far pretty safe. It's pretty clean. It's well taken care of.
Yes. You won't see any workers out here because it's more of a
natural reserve.
Yeah. So, but there might be some on some days if you come on a lucky day, because they might have found a fossil that someone else have notified them of. So they might be out here sometimes. They might not.
If you ever visit and you find a fossil, what do you have to do?
Make sure you notify the Tule Springs on their website that you found a fossil. Do not take the fossil. Make sure you keep it where you found it. You can take a picture, of course, but just make sure you notify them so they can maybe put it in, the museum or something. So if you guys are wondering, once again, it is far north Las Vegas, and it stretches from the U.S. Highway 95 north of Aliente and Centennial Hills to Creech Air Force Base. So if you guys are wondering, that is where Tule Springs Monument is located.
To get in is actually free, so no charge. This is a national park.
And they'll be setting off an office for visitors.
April 20, 1979, Tule Springs was listed on the National Register of Historic Places for its importance in understanding paleoenvironments and for its associations with important advances in archaeological methods and analysis, including radiocarbon dating.
Scientists have continued to research the area in hopes to find evidence that links early humans and Ice Age animals.
Okay, so these cracks right here show that there was once a form of water, of course, how you said before about the Ice Age, and basically it's hot. Okay, so basically, yeah, so if you look at the cracks on the ground, there show once again that there was a form of water or whatever. This is how it is dried up over years, and how basically, you know, dirt kind of like over years it kind of like evaporated a little bit, so the cracks were once worse, but now they're kind of like, they're still showing a little bit, but it's not too much because of over years, many years, that they're kind of like disappearing from like different weather climates and stuff. Yeah, so now it's just rock.
There is a lot of rocks.
Cause this was once was like this is like the upper Las Vegas wash.
Okay guys, so we are currently living at Tule Springs, and it is time to say our goodbyes. I personally thought it was really nice. It's clean. There's a good amount of space to do your hiking, and I would totally recommend that you visit. Johnnah.
Okay, so I feel like that Tule Springs, I enjoy coming here. I feel like it is something that anyone who is visiting or anyone who lives in Las Vegas should come and see, just to come. Like, you don't have to hike or anything else. It's just a nice like environment to come and relax, because it's real quiet here and it's a lot of space to do anything or anything you like to do. You might find a fossil. We did it, but you might. And it just looks nice. Definitely when you climb up on top of like the rocks and stuff, and you get to see the mountains, it's really peaceful. But it's a place I would recommend coming to and just looking at overall though. So my overall opinion is I enjoyed it.
Great. Ricardo.
So my thoughts on it, it's a really nice environment, I'm not gonna lie. It's really peaceful. It's nice, like the weather is really nice, especially because we came in November, which is the best part of Vegas, I mean Nevada. Let's see what else, top of my head. Oh yeah, I was not really looking forward to this, but it changed my mind. Right when Yeah, right when I got into the top of the hills, like I seen a lot of open spaces, caves, like mini caves or like mini tunnels, and it was pretty dope. Those are my thoughts on it.
Now we're going to go back to our last member, Gizelle.
Oh.
What are your thoughts?
So I think it was a really nice place, fun to come here. I mean, I'm a local and I'll probably be coming back. It's a good place to bring your friends, really peaceful, and it's free. So I mean, if you're into desert and hiking and nature, come to Tule Springs.
So this is our last goodbye. So the first question would be, what is your hope for future visitors to take away from the Tule Springs area?
I think the most important thing is just Nevada's past, and so how things have changed through time, and kind of get a sense for, Las Vegas through time. It hasn't always been glitz and glamour. There used to be prides of lions making their way through the valley, herds of mammoths, and so a completely different world not all that long ago, but right here in the same spot.
Mm-hmm. And as one of the leading forces, because I did some research and your name is almost on everything. Yeah, as one of the leading forces, why do you think it's so important to protect and study the fossils found within that area?
The most important part about Tule Springs is that it's the biggest open air site from the last ice age, and so it covers a huge area where we're getting fossil recovery from. It's also important because even though it's roughly the same age as the tar pits down in Los Angeles, it's more representative of what an ecosystem would have been through time. The tar pits are kind of a weird example where it's overrepresented in the carnivores because they kept getting stuck in the tar trying to eat each other. And so it's cool and scientifically super important, but it's not really representative of the ecosystem. Whereas out at Tule Springs, we get more plant eaters, which is what you typically expect in a given ecosystem. And it's important because it spans the last two ice ages. And so as ice ages come and ice ages go, we can actually see how the ecosystems are responding to that.
So related to that about what we can do, so the next question would be, what is the state of Nevada doing so far to protect that area?
So far, the Tule Springs Fossil Beds is administered by the National Park Service, but there is a 315-acre Ice Age fossil state park in the middle of that. And so that has been designated one of two of Nevada's newest state parks this past year by Governor Brian Sandoval. They just had the groundbreaking on where they're going to have the visitor center, so that should be open this coming summer. It'll be summer 2019 that's supposed to be open. There's currently a park superintendent, and they just hired their first interpretive ranger as well. And so the state is actually taking really good care of their 315 acres under their purview, and is working hand in hand with the National Park Service to make sure it's a continuous story between the two agencies.
What would be an estimate, do you think, of how many fossils so far you found as of today?
We just went down to the San Bernardino County Museum and brought back a bunch of fossils that have been collected over the last couple of decades out there. There's well over 100,000 fossils.
Wow.
There's probably hundreds more out there.
And do you think, are you guys still working on that area as of today as well?
Yes, we have, there's 2 UNLV graduate students that are currently doing projects out there, a couple undergraduate projects, and so there's constantly work that's constantly needing to be done out there as new specimens weather out of the hills and new scientific questions can be asked.
Which top researcher do you believe contributed the most to understanding the site over the years?
I would say from the original 1962 dig, C. Vance Haynes, who is a legendary geologist, laid down the groundwork for how we fundamentally understand what's going on up there scientifically. So I'd say he's probably the biggest name.
Okay. Last question would be, what do you want incoming visitors into the area to take away from Tule Springs once it is built?
So like the international tourist or something like that?
Or even Vegas locals as well.
Or even Vegas locals?
Yeah.
There's a deeper history to this valley. You know, people get caught up in their day-to-day lives, but you know, when you start talking about geologic time, you start talking about millions of years and hundreds of thousands of years. We have rocks out there that are that age, and we can go tell those stories right here in Las Vegas.
Last but not least, what's your favorite thing about Tule Springs?
My favorite thing about it is that when you go out there, you see subdivisions, you see Walmarts and Targets and things like that, but as soon as you drop down into the wash, it's like you've completely left Las Vegas. It's like you've gone completely back in time, and you know, as soon as you come out of the wash, you're back. But it's just that experience that I think will be really instrumental for people going out there, is that you can get away and you don't have to go all that far.
Be ready? 1, 2, 3.
UNLV!
Shout out to Cola.
Right.
Dr. Tillery, this is for you.